material that has been presented on both general source protection and Part 4 policies. The quiz will be brief and will include a range of questions on the presentation material, including true or false, multiple choice, and problem-solving questions. True or false? The Cataraqui Source Protection Plan has already been approved. True or false? The Cataraqui Source Protection Plan becomes effective March 31, 2015. True or false? Source protection is the last step to a multi-barrier approach to protecting municipal drinking water sources from contamination or overuse. True or false? Regionally sensitive groundwater areas account for more than 90% of the entire Cataraqui Source Protection Area. True or false? In the Manor Wellhead Protection Area, the drinking water source is groundwater. True or false? The Cataraqui Source Protection Area contains all or part of the 12 municipalities within the jurisdiction of the Cataraqui Region Conservation Authority. Part 4 of the Clean Water Act applies to A. Significant and moderate drinking water threats, B. Moderate and low drinking water threats, C. Moderate drinking water threats, or D. Significant drinking water threats. Which of these statements is incorrect? A. Water treatment removes all chemicals, B. A pollution event can ruin a water source forever, or C. Protecting drinking water sources benefits the environment. The Cataraqui Source Protection Plan was developed by the A. Cataraqui Source Protection Planning Authority, B. Cataraqui Source Protection Committee, C. Cataraqui Source Protection Planning Committee, or D. Cataraqui Source Protection Authority. How many categories of drinking water threats were identified by the Province of Ontario? A. 21, B. 19, C. 26, or D. 22. There are three types of Part 4 policies: A. Restricted land use, prohibition, and risk management plans, B. Restricted land use, allowances, and risk management plans, C. Restricted activities, prohibition, and risk assessment visits, or D. None of the above. True or false? In the Cataraqui Source Protection Area, prohibition only applies to future activities. True or false? If a portion of a property falls within a vulnerable area, a risk management plan would need to apply to the entire property. True or false? Risk management plans in the Manor Wellhead Protection Area will apply to handling and storage of liquid fuel, use of land for livestock, storage and application of agricultural source material, application of commercial fertilizer, handling and storage of denapples or organic solvents, storage of hazardous waste and small quantities of waste. Which of the following is not a step when processing a development application or building permit? A. Check to see if the proposal is in a vulnerable area. B. Work with the proponent to fill out the restricted land use submission form. Or C. Identify the type of Part 4 policy that applies to the proposed activity. True or false? The Risk Management Inspector is responsible for ensuring compliance with Part 4 policies and risk management plan requirements. Which of the following is not part of the risk management official enforcement powers? A. Issuing notices and orders to establish a risk management plan. B. Issuing orders to require a person to grant access to their property. C. Prosecuting persons if they commit an offense under Part 4. Or D. None of the above. True or false? Offenses under the Clean Water Act are prosecuted under the Provincial Offences Act. True or false? Risk assessments re-evaluate whether an activity would be a significant drinking water threat in a vulnerable area. True or false? A person has a right to appeal orders from the risk management official within 30 days of receiving them. A landowner asks you about an activity that they would like to undertake on their property. You refer to the interactive maps, restricted land use fact sheets, and the Part 4 primer, but you are still unsure if their activity falls under Part 4 of the Clean Water Act. What do you do?